Fox Race. It was the day of the annual Flying Dodgers races, the premier racing event for all foxes in the forest. Casey the Fox thought he was surefire to get the win. He had been training very hard the past year. He was in peak condition. When the racing foxes were called to the line, he was the last to line up. He sauntered over smugly, full of confidence that this would be no problem. Everyone else hurried to their positions. They were anxious to start the race. When everyone was in position, the referees, who were wolves by the way, let out a howl. Ow! The racers took off as quickly as they could. Casey took the lead early in the race, darting back and forth through the trees and over the rocks. He glanced back and realized he had quite a lead. The race would be long, but he kept the fastest pace he could. Slowly, he noticed some of the other foxes creeping up on him. They were steadily starting to catch up to him. He was running as hard as he could, but he just couldn't go as fast as he had before. He was slowing down. He was getting tired. By the end of the race, he finished in 5th place. He started to stomp off angrily when an old gray fox stopped him. "You ran a good race, Casey, but if I may help you out, you built up a lead at the start that was too good. It left you expending too much of your energy too early in the race. In a long race like this, or if you're being chased by predators, you have to conserve as much of that energy as you can. Try to run more consistently," the gray fox offered. "Shh," Casey huffed. "Why should I listen to some old gray, worn-out fox that can barely even walk?" No respecting kids these days," the gray fox mumbled as he walked away. At the smaller races throughout the next year, Casey ran the way he always had, never quite able to hold out until the finish. He got more and more angry with himself as each time he lost a race. The old gray fox walked up to offer his advice. Casey dismissed him with a disrespectful huff every time. Finally, at the race just before the finals of the next year, Casey snapped and yelled at the poor old gray fox. "What do you know? Why would you think you could help me? Who do you think you are?" "You're old. You don't know what I know. You have no idea what it is to race," he shouted at the top of his lungs. It drew the attention of everyone around him, and a hushed silence fell over the area. One of the onlookers walked up to Casey and tapped him on the shoulder, pointing to a nearby wall. Casey looked over at the wall of winners of the races ever since its first year. "What?" he asked angrily, frustrated that someone had interrupted him. The first 7 races were all won by the same fox. No other had ever even won the race twice. This old fox that doesn't know anything about racing is the same fox in those pictures. Casey was shocked. Looking from the pictures to the old gray fox, he just couldn't believe it. What could this old, worn-out fox possibly know? "I've lived a long life," the old fox said. "I wasn't always this old and slow-looking." This stuck in Casey's mind over the weeks leading up to the next Nationals race. He didn't walk quite so smugly this time. He found himself more focused on the race. He settled to the line like everyone else, thinking about the race ahead and how he could run it instead of about winning it. "Pace it out, slight lead, and have energy left," he told himself. He ran that race just how the old fox had been trying to tell him, pacing himself in the beginning and easily outpacing everyone towards the end. If he had only listened sooner, he could have saved himself a year of trouble learning. The end. What did you learn from this story about respect and treating others the way they want to be treated? Do you think if Casey had shown more respect for the older fox, he would have won more races? Do you think that showing respect to others can help you learn from them? Do you think others' experiences can be valuable to you? Be the best at being you.